Okay, good evening. Please, if you can hear me, I want to see the chats buzzing. If you can see and hear me, please say something. I want to be sure. I have two people already joining me on the call. So if you are live with me, I want you to type. I am here, Dr. T. I'm here, Dr. TSE. I just want to be sure that I can be heard and I can be seen before I take off tonight. Awesome. Thank you so much, Prince Moses Adeleke. Yeah. Great to have you this evening. So thank you for being the first person to comment. I come bearing gifts. I have a free ebook for you. Awesome. I love engagement. I love to see people, engage when I am having a session like this. So, yes, it's exactly 7 p.m. and we are kicking off. I love the fact that you can hear me. So, I know that I can take off. So, good evening once again. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time you're going to be watching this replay. It's great to be on the call with you. My name is Assume that when I come up live, everybody knows me or everybody has had stuff to do with me. So Usually I always love to introduce myself, okay? Because I mean, like they would always say, we are in a global village now, and I don't always want to take for granted that people know me. Okay, so my name is Dr. Toyin Sab Emehelu, and who really is this woman? I'm a competent, seasoned education consultant, business consultant. I'm a certified leadership coach and mentor, the CEO and lead consultant at Core Skills Transformational Academy Limited. So you can search us out www.coreskill transformational academy.com. I'm also a doctor of educational planning and management. I'm a certified business consultant from the School of Consulting in the United Kingdom. I also have my certificates in public leadership and policy because I had always learned in the private sector. And then so sometimes in 2022 I wanted to learn more about public leadership, and so I went to the School of Politics, Policy and Governance, a school curated by the former Minister of Education, Dr. Obi Ekwesili, and I'm glad to be an alum of that school. I'm also the Senior Special Assistant to the Director General at the Chartered Institute of Mentoring and Coaching Nigeria. So, what that implies is if you would like to be a certified mentor and coach, yes, please feel free to reach out via DM. I'm sure somehow, somewhere. Yay! Good evening, Mr. Agna of Core Skills Transformational Academy. Thank you so much, sir, for joining in. All right, so like I said, I'm a certified the Senior Social Assistant to the Director General at the Chartered Institute of Mentoring and Coaching Nigeria, and I'm also a fellow at that institute, as well as the International Management Consultant and the Pan African Consultant Association. Okay, I'm an author of 28 books, and I'll be recommending some of my ebooks, all right, to us in the course of tonight's conversation. And I'm also a brand ambassador with an edtech company. I'm also a mentor at Teach for Nigeria and Mastercard Foundation. And I'm the training and development lead at Equip Nigeria, which happens to be the John C. Maxwell's non-for-profit organization, John C. Maxwell's Foundation for the 36 states in Nigeria. I'm a wife and a mother of a teenager and a preteen. And of course, yes, I have several awards to my name. Okay, so yes, that's me in a nutshell. So I'd just like to connect with my audience. So type in, where are you joining from? Type in, let me know your location and anything you would like me to know about you. So the first 10 minutes is for us to familiarize ourselves with one another. I know I have 6 people joining this live session. I've heard from Prince. I've heard from Mr. Agba. I'd like to know the other 4 people. Please just type in the comment section your name. So of course, your name will naturally pop up. So where are you joining from? Oh yeah. Oh, Prince, you're joining from Ilorin, Kwara, Ilorin. Oh, amazing. Such an awesome place. Yes. I have been to Ilorin, I think twice or so. Very peaceful city. All right, I'd like to hear from others too. Where are you joining me from? Hey, Augustina is joining from Lokoja. Oh my word. So you see the beauty of virtual worlds. Abimbola, yay! Well done. Thanks so much for joining me from FCT Abuja. So Mr. Bibola is actually my mentee of life, my cheerleader, always there to provide support. Okay, so let's know where others are joining from as well. Let's keep it coming. Let's keep it coming. I'd like to know your location. All right. Oh, really? Mr. Agba, you've moved to Enugu. What's happening? Or you traveled? Interesting, interesting. All right. So yes, let's dive straight into this conversation because I don't want to, take our time. And then, of course, for those that are going to watch the replay, I know they're still going to have enough time to do this because this live stream will be left on the stream. And so, I mean, they will have opportunity to watch it. So, thank you so much for those of us that have decided to join me live. So, let's dive straight into the conversations that we have tonight. Who can remember what are we talking about tonight? Somebody type in the comments for me. Let me know what are we talking about tonight. What are we talking about tonight? Let's see. Let's see in the comments. Let's see in the comments. What do you think we are talking about tonight? Okay, let me see who is on point with me, who is on flick with me about tonight's topic because it is a topic that is so dear to my heart. Okay, so whilst we type in that topic, let me tell us something happened during the week. You know, when I sent the broadcast out about the conversation about tonight, and I noted there that this time last year I wanted to be in three countries outside Nigeria. And then what did I do? I went ahead and I just wrote it down. I wasn't even so sure about everything, how everything's going to turn out, as it is. But then, yeah, secrets to setting goals that stick. Augustina, you quickly went to check. But it's all good. It's all good. That shows you're a very smart woman. All right. So, and then I shared, that story. And yeah, I am 2024, and I was able to travel to the Republic of Benin. I was able to travel to Cote d'Ivoire, Abidjan. I was able to travel to Kenya. And these were trips that were expense paid, and also not just expense paid, I also went to do business. So from that moment, I became an international consultant. And looking forward to 2025, I'm looking forward to even moving out of Africa. Okay. And I just felt that, oh, wow, why don't I share the insights of the things that I did in the course of the year? Because one thing we've discovered is that a lot of people set goals, and then what do? They just keep it somewhere where they can't really see it. And that is one. Two, we don't oftentimes go ahead to check it out. We don't keep track, we don't keep tab. So during the course of the week, my son is here. Interestingly, he just came into my room and then he checked on the board. So this board is where I actually paste all my goals and all the things that I want to achieve in the course of the year. I paste them here. By the way, I've already set my goals for 2025 because I set my goals in November because my November happens to be my birthday. And then my son just came in during the course of the week and he checked. And when he checked, he was so excited because you know what? He realized that he had achieved all the goals he had written down. I'm talking about an 11-year-old son. Now, this principle, I'm sharing it because it is not a respecter of persons. It's not about age. It's not about, as long as whatever it is you're going to be learning tonight, as long as you choose to use it and ensure that you follow through. So the beautiful thing is that even if you don't get everything that I say, this is a virtual session. Come back to this YouTube channel, watch over and over and over and over again. Take your notepad, take your pen, and write. Get my point. So I just had to say that because I mean, I was super excited. He was excited, and I was like, wow, if an 11-year-old boy can actually do this, so how much more a lot of adults out there? So, I mean, it's just a very amazing experience for me during the week. Hey, hello, Dr. Kafila. So good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, as I mentioned the point, I want us to type in the chat. Now, one thing that would also do for you is going to be refreshing your memory because there is a connection, there's a psychological connection between our fingers and our brain. So when we actively engage in learning through typing or writing, we get a lot of insight. So I'm going to be sharing with us 10 principles, 10, just 10 of them that will help you to be able to set goals that stick. Now, I'm not teaching about goal setting in this webinar. I have a course on goal setting, which is just about 10,000 naira. So if you're interested in that course, you can reach out right to me. Just, search for my name, Dr. Twain Samemelu, on the screen. Any of my social media handles, just send me a DM. So I'm not teaching about goal setting. I'm teaching about how to achieve the goals that you have set. Because I know a lot of people teach about goal setting, but it's not just enough to set goals. Those goals that you have set, number one, did you set them properly? That's story for another day. Number two, how how well have you carefully set those goals, right? And number three, how much have you achieved the goals you have set in the past? So these are questions that are not for tonight. I have courses, I have ebooks that I'll be recommending, I have other stuff that I'll be recommending that will help you achieve all of this. But for tonight, it is how can we set goals that we can achieve? How do we go about setting goals that stick, setting goals that are actionable, setting goals that we will be able to achieve, such that by this time next year, you will be glad that you invested your time well, you invested your data well, and that the time that I used in taking this session with you was not a waste, right? I hope we all got that. So, number one, are we ready? As I say, number one, you have to type in the comment section. Number one, say start with a clear vision. Start with a clear vision. So type in the comments if you heard what I just said. The first thing for you to be able to set goals that stick is that you need to start with a clear vision. A lot of us don't begin with the end in mind. A lot of us are so short sighted. A lot of us are not putting in the extra efforts. Yes, thank you so much. Edville Music World, great to have you on the call. My lovely sister, thank you so much for typing that. Yes, Deborah, amazing. Azike, start with a clear vision. So a lot of us don't have that clear vision when we set goals, right? Number one, what exactly do you want your life to be about? Okay, I keep saying this book. There's a book that I read that has been highly transforming. So if you're on the WhatsApp group, I'm going to share that book again. It's an ebook and it's called The Purpose Driven Life. Take this holiday period to read that book if you have not read that book. For those that are on the free community, I'd shared that ebook before, but I will share it again tonight so that we can all see it and we can read. It's a very, very powerful book because it just talks to you about living a life of purpose. So you need to have a vision. You need to be able to define what you want to achieve in specific and measurable time. You need to think about your long-term dreams and break them into actionable goals. You need to be able to visualize and, first of all, a mental picture, okay? And then I'm sure a lot of us have heard about vision boarding, so I'm not teaching that as well. And then we begin to see how we can make it, visualize it and inspiring. Now I'm going to be looking back at my board here, and on this board I have a particular um, newspaper chart that I've visualized here. Now this particular paper, what is on this thing says leading transformation for strategic outcomes. And this was a training that was held some years back. And interesting thing is that the organizer of the program charged in pounds, right? And this is the place I'm going. And this conference or this program took place in Hilton Hotel in London. Okay, in Hilton Hotel in London. Now that is like a long-term goal for me, and I keep looking at it every day. Why? Because that is like the long-term vision that I have concerning my business. I want to start to be able to start hosting events outside Nigeria, and not just virtually now, but I would travel physically. I would engage with stakeholders in outside the country, and they will pay me in foreign currency. So you see, that is like a vision. It's something that I'm looking forward to, and I know it's not going to take long anymore, because this year alone, like I said, I was able to do business in three other African countries, all expense paid, and I got paid again for the services I went to render. Yes, yes. This is Abimbola. Start with a clear vision. So I'm saying this because I did not just arrive at this point all of a sudden. The truth is, I was able to sit down to craft my 20-year vision. Now, I'm sure some of us will say, Dr. Toya, oh my God, how did you do that? Yes. So, what I've also done is I've created an ebook, like a template that you can use to do that as well. Now, the ebook is 4,000 as I speak. But guess what? We are going to be having our Christmas sales. Yes. Mr. Angba, tell them we're going to be having our Christmas sales coming up. Let me check the calendar where you can get my ebooks in bulk. Okay. We're going to be having that Christmas sales coming up from the 22nd of December to I think the 30th or so of December. So you may just want to reserve your money and wait for that period so that you can get the ebook at a cheaper price. What that ebook will help you to do is to set like the next 30-year goals for yourself. Now, caveat, it's going to stretch you, okay, but it's going to be worth it. So that's the book I would like to recommend for you with the first point, which says start with a clear vision. A lot of us are very short-sighted, and there is a law called the law of long-term perspectives, which says the farther you plan, the more you are able to achieve in life. All right. So, number two, I'm sure a lot of us are conversant with this second point. It says, set smart goals. Can you type in the comment section? But I would say, set smarter goals. Set smarter goals. So, if you can hear me loud and clear, type in set smarter goals. I want to see who is the first person that is going to type that. And then if you can make the smarter all capital letters, that would be nice. SMARTER. Set smarter goals. Amazing. Thank you so much, Augustina. Thank you so much, my darling sister. R. I mean, Madam Edith. Yes, thank you so much. Yes. So the smarter goal simply means it has to be specific. Be clear about what you want. Some of us don't even know what we want. So this holiday season is a time that you may want to sit down and say, what do I really want my life to be about? How do I actually want to, you know, what exactly do I want out of life? You know, you need to be very clear. And then you need to be able to say, okay, at every milestone of my life, what do I want to have achieved? In my 30s, in my 40s, in my 50s, in my 60s. If you're still in your 20s, you can say 20, by 25, by 10. So, whatever landmark is it, what exactly do you want? And then you need to be able to track your progress. It's not enough for you to have nice goals. Well, you have to keep yourself in check. You have to be able to track. And then, are these goals actually relevant? Does this goal align with my values or bigger aspirations? So I spoke a lot about values and all of that in another book that I would like to recommend, which is called The Personal Leadership for Educators. If you have read that book and you're on this call, type yes. And if you can express how much that book has transformed your life, I will be so glad to have you on the call to say something about it. So these books are very, very life transforming. And like I said again, don't worry. To get the ebook, just wait for our Christmas sales that starts on the 22nd of December that will run to I think the 1st of December thereabout. So please make sure you keep your money. If possible, just you can even send us part of the money and say, when is that time? I will just choose. Because that's part of the announcements I'm making on this call now. Then you want to make sure that your deadlines are on track, and you want to be able to evaluate. That is the second E. Yes, Aderonke, yay, great to have you on the call. You want to be able to evaluate. That's the E there. And then after evaluating yourself, you want to be able to reward yourself. Reward yourself. Every single month I reward myself with one thing or the other, because I work pretty hard. I work pretty, I do quite a lot. And so I find ways to reward myself. Now, what does that do to your brain? When you know you're going to reward yourself, it just keeps you on your toes, and you say, oh yes, because I'm going to reward myself, I'm going to get this done. And aside from that, it's just a way for you to refresh, take a break, and then you hit the ground running again. Well done, well done. You're all doing well. Thank you so much, Deborah, Augustina, Edith, Deborah. Okay, Edith. Okay. Aderonke. Yes. Thank you, and Abimbola. This is Abimbola. So number three, we are going to number three now. So I hope I'm making sense. If I'm making sense, type MS in the chat. I want to see your love emojis. Give me love. Give me love. Let me know that I'm doing very well, people. Thank you. I'm taking all the hearts. Type MS in the chat. Awesome, awesome, people. So let's go to number three. Number three. Now, the third thing is, so yes, like I said, aside from the personal leadership for educators, another ebook you want to get is the goal setting guide. We have for adults, we have for teenagers, we have for school children, and then we have for preschoolers. Yes. So you want to also, save up your money for that. Each of the ebooks costs 4,000 naira each. But during our Christmas promo, you get them for 2,000 naira each. So you want to also leverage on that. Okay, let's go to the third point. Let's go to the third point. So the first one, I said you should start with a clear vision. Number two, set smarter goals. Number three, you need to break those goals into smaller steps. You need to break those goals into smaller steps. Okay, thank you, Joseph, till 31st of December. Thank you for confirming that for me. You see, I have great people on the call. Yes, Deborah MS, Aderonke MS. Yes. So number three, oh yes, so it is. Number three says that you need to break those goals down into smaller steps. So you need to divide your main goals into smaller steps, manageable tasks, and focus on achieving one milestone at a time so that you avoid feeling overwhelmed. It is also very important that you celebrate your small wins so that you can keep your motivation high. So, a book I recommend for this that will help you to be able to break your goals into smaller steps is the 30 Days Productivity ebook written by me. Remember, I told you that I've written 28 books. So, save your money as well. From the 22nd to the 31st of December, we have our sales coming up, which you are going to get all our books for half the price, all our ebooks, not hard copy, all ebooks for half the price. So it's a time that you are looking out for on all our social media platforms. And if you're on the WhatsApp group, definitely you will be notified. All right, good. Thank you so much, Mr. Bimbola. I have very serious students. Dr. Kafila said, MS, 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 MS. All right. So the fourth one says understand your why. Understand your why. Okay. So if you hear me, if you hear that, please type it in the comments. Understand your why. Understand your why. I want to start seeing that comment in the comment section. Number four says understand your why. Now, I read a book by Simon Sinek. He's one of my leadership role models, okay? And the title of that book says, Why Ask Why? Okay? You have to identify and have a deeper reason behind each of your goals. Yes, thank you so much, Augustina. Thank you so much, Deborah. Thank you so much, Mrs. J, for understand your why. You have to identify the deeper reason behind each goal. Yeah, Usman Ahmed, thank you so much. You have to understand your reason behind each of the goals that you are setting. Knowing your whys keeps you motivated even when challenges arise, because guess what? They will surely arise. You want to take a seat and ask yourself, what will achieving this goal bring into my life and the life of others? What will achieving this goal bring into my life and the life of others? So the book I'm recommending here is not my book. It's Why Ask Why by Simon Sinek. You want to get that book, whether a hard copy or ebook. I'm not sure if I have the ebook, but if I find the ebook, I would share with us on the WhatsApp group. Thank you so much, Kainde, for joining. Awesome. Thank you, Edith. Yes. So it is important, right, to understand your why. Now, a life of success is good, but a life of significance is better. Can you type it in the chat session? A life of success, a successful life is good, but a significant life is better. You know why? Because success is about you and significance is about others. I mean, this is Sunday evening. I could have as well been taking a break, enjoying with my family, but I said, no, I can't know all of these things. And we're going to, by the way, we're going to be having this all the Sundays in the month of December. So, guys, we are in for a long haul. All right. But I said, no, I want to share this knowledge. I want to be able to help people get better results in 2025. Yes, it may be free, but it's costing me a lot. I had to prepare, I had to be here, I had to show up. It's not easy to show up on Sunday evening. And I'm sure we all are having a great time. All right, let's move on. Number five. Number five. Yes, thank you, Joseph. A successful life is good, but a significant life is better. Thank you, Deborah. Well done, people. You are doing great. Yes, Catherine. Yay. Thank you. A successful life is good, but a significant life is better, because success is about you, but significance is about others. So the next, number five, number five says, create an action plan. Create an action plan. Please permit me to get some water. Create an action plan. Now, it's not just enough for you to write down your goals, okay? It is important that you outline the steps, the resources, and the strategy you need to accomplish your goal. So, the resources can be human, it can be material, it can be mental, it can be psychological. It spans across whatever it is you need to be able to accomplish that goal. All right. So creating an action plan is very, very critical. That is where you begin to use tools like your to-do list, your planners, your goal setting tracking apps, so that you can stay organized, prioritizing tasks based on urgency and importance. Yes, I've actually thought about these four quadrants. Yes, well done, well done. Thank you, Edith. Thank you, Mrs. Abimbola. Thank you, Augustina. Whoa, Miss Nunu, where are you joining us from? Oh, okay, Miss Lena. Miss Lena, are you back in Lagos? Well done. Great to have you on the call. So, like I said, it is important that you create an action plan. And I have an ebook as well that I've written on this, and it's called Making the Most of Every Day. Making the Most of Every Day. So you want to also grab this ebook during our sales that is going to run from 22nd of December to 29th, or no, sorry, 22nd to 31st of December 2024. Then, number six, let's move on because I don't want this this session to be more than 1 hour. Number 6 says stay flexible but committed. Stay flexible but committed. Now, the truth is, your goals will not outrightly turn out the way you have planned it most of the time. But if you are able to be flexible yet committed to that goal, once you are open minded, you are adjusting your goals or timelines when circumstances change. Flexibility will then help you to adapt without losing sight of the bigger picture. Okay, so but you also have to be careful not to use flexibility as an excuse, right? Now, the most important thing is the end that you want to reach. Like our people used to say, there are plenty road that enters into the market. The most important thing is you want to get into the market. So sometimes you may have to go through a process that is longer than expected. You want to stay committed because commitment and consistency always will always single you out, right? Commitment and consistency will always single you out. If there's anything that I've enjoyed, and like I used to tell people, that consistency does not add up, consistency compounds. And so that's why you will just see some people's like, bro, and you are wondering, is this not the same person? Mm. You need to be able to realize that, hey, this person has been doing some stuff where nobody is seeing them. They've been burning the night candles. They've been working behind the scene. Nobody that is successful today legitimately did it accidentally. It is always intentional, right? And such people, you don't know what they are doing behind the scenes. And so, if you want to envy their results, you have to envy their work process as well. You are envying the results of successful people, you have to take on their trials. You have to take on, you know, the times when everyone is sleeping and they are awake. You have to take on their challenges. You have to take on the processes and the things they passed through before they got to where they are. Right? That's what a lot of people don't want to hear. So when you just see people on social media share that they graduated of something, you need to really ask, what was the process like? So that is that, right? Thank you so much, Augustina, for sharing number 6. Stay flexible but committed. Let's move to number 7. Number 7, it is important for you to set deadlines and reminders. Set deadlines and reminders. That is point number 7. So you want to type it in the chat. Set deadlines and reminders. Set deadlines and reminders. I remember when I had the mind to do this, what did I do? I got into action. I knew when I was going to share with our exquisite, graphics designer at Koski's Transformational Academy, Mr. Joseph. I knew what time I wanted the adverts to come out. Because doing this is actually a goal for me as well. Don't you think so? It is. I didn't just appear here. It was something that I thought through. I felt I was ready to share, and then I went all out to take action on it, setting deadlines and reminders. All right. And so you want to assign specific timeline to every task and milestone that you have written down in your goal setting sheet. You want to use reminders, calendars, apps to stay consistent. And then you want deadlines that you can use to create accountability and avoid procrastination. Procrastination is not only a stealer of time, it is a stealer of destiny, it is a stealer of life. Because there are some things that you're supposed to do, and when you don't do them, I mean, somebody once said that when you are young, you have all the time, but you don't have all the money. All right. And when you get older and you don't do what you are supposed to do with all the time that you have, If you are not careful, you will no longer have the time and you will not also have the money. So, time and chance and money and productivity comes with you being circumspect and ensuring that you create a sense of accountability and you avoid procrastination. Right. Thank you so much. I can see that we are responding in the chat. Yes. Set deadlines, Augustina. Thank you. Set deadlines, Deborah. Edith, what was that word that hits you? that you said, Then, of course, I can see here as well, Kende, thank you so much. Miss Nunu, thank you so much for joining in. So, yes, another very, very important part that I want us to learn from, which is number 8, is that you need to track your progress regularly. Track your progress regularly. So I want you to write that in the chat for me. Track your progress regularly. Yes, I see you, Mrs. Catherine. Set deadlines. Yes. So number 8 says track your progress regularly. At the end of every week, please, I beg you, yes, Augustina, at the end of every week, Sundays or Saturdays, but just make sure, even yours could be a Monday, create that 1 hour that you can use to check out your goals for the week and set the goals for the new week. Absolutely, Deborah. Please stay away. Solitude is a very powerful tool. Stay away from the noise, stay away from everybody. Sit down because this life you only live once. YOLO. YOLO in the Gen Z balance. You only live once. So from your annual goals, make sure you set your quarterly goals. From your quarterly goals, make sure you set your monthly goals. From your monthly goals, make sure you set your weekly goals. From your weekly goals, make sure you set your daily goals. From your daily goals, set your hourly goals. This is the life that I've been living since I was in my early 20s, people, and I'm sharing for you for free. So you must have that time. I've done that yesterday because I know today I'm not going to have that time. So it's important for you to track your progress. But how will you track your progress if you don't actually have documented your goals and things you want to achieve? By the way, your goals is different from your to-do list because your to-do list are the things that you want to do, but your goals are the things that you want to achieve. So there's a thin line and a thin difference between your to-do list and your goals, even though they sound very, very similar, because at the end of the day, your goals will end up becoming your to-do list. Okay? I'm sure you got that. So let's move on. Number 9. Well done, people. Well done, Augustina. Thank you, Mrs. Ojafo. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Edith. Amazing. Well done, Miss Nunu. Number 8. No, sorry, number 9 now. Oh, great. We are almost done. That's fantastic. Number 9, overcome obstacles with resilience. Overcome obstacles with resilience. Now, if I tell you that because you have set your goals, you achieve them automatically, anyone that tells you that is actually lying. Because life in itself is not designed to be easy. Mhm. Yes, solitude is a powerful tool, very important, Ms. Nunu. So, like I said, number 9 says overcome obstacles with resilience. This is very, very key, right? You have to be able to overcome obstacles with resilience. And so, how do you go about doing this? How you go about doing this is that you want to anticipate challenges. In life, you are either reactive or proactive. Reactive is when you wait for things to happen to you, especially things that are not desirable. That's then you react, which is where a lot of people are. But then Being proactive is that you envisage a challenge ahead of time, and then you are able to have a plan to tackle that challenge, usually before the challenge arises, or even at the point when they arrives, or even after the challenges arrive. You choose to still be in a positive state where you are able to say, okay, this thing has happened. What next? How am I going to solve this problem? All right. And then you want to anticipate those challenges. You want to stay positive and remind yourself about points. Is it point number three now? About why you started, about why this goal is very important to you and others. And then you also want to see setbacks and challenges as an opportunity for growth. There is nobody, I repeat, there is no human being on the surface of this earth that do not go through obstacles. No human being. I want you to think about the most heroic person that you ever think about in your life. Just think about it. There is no human being that doesn't go through challenges, that doesn't go through obstacles, that doesn't go through one way or the other. That is where life is designed. But one thing that separates these people is that they don't see those setbacks as the end of life. They see them as a comeback. They see them as an opportunity for growth. They see them as an opportunity to say, yes, this may have happened to me, but I'm going to come back stronger. And that's what is called the bounce back ability quotient. All right. And then finally, which is the the part that I can't wait to mention, is you have to be able to get yourself in a community where you will be able to stay accountable. You have to be able to get yourself in a community where you'll be able to stay accountable. And having said this, we have a fantastic community that we have created starting from January 1st, 2025. It is called CAMP. CAMP for the short, Core Skills Accountability Mentorship Program. I mean, I've not done this in a lot of years. A lot of my mentees are on this call and they know that this is something that I have not done in a couple of years. So type number 10. Number 10 says stay accountable. Stay accountable. Stay accountable. Yes, thank you so much, Mrs. Abimbola. Get into a community where you know that you can, as in you cannot what ensure that you're accountable. All right. It is important that you do this because this will help you to say, oh, yes, I just have to do what I'm expected to do. This community, they are not going to take excuses from me. This community is such that I just have to deliver on whatever it is that I'm expected to do. This is a community where, my excuses are not going to be laudable. Where you know that no matter what I say, as long as I've sent my goals ahead, they are going to hold me accountable, okay, for what I have said I would do that I did not do. Okay, because if you don't do that, what then happens to you is there is a tendency that you just say, "Ah, abeg, na goal I set, so I no keep person." Isn't that true? You just tell yourself that abeg, na goal I set, I no keep person. And you don't want to do that to yourself in 2025. This is something that you don't want to do to yourself in 2025. You want to be able to be in a community where you're going to be held accountable and everybody's going to say, oh, whether I like it or not, I have to do this. I just have to do it. Okay, so it is important that you set yourself up. And this, yeah, funny but true. Funny but true. This is catching. Funny but true. Now, God, I said, so I don't keep person. Like, there's just this thing that if you don't have someone you're accountable to, I mean, a lot of us have done things that we didn't believe we could do. You know why? Just because maybe for one reason or the other, we found ourselves in an environment where somebody held us accountable, and we just knew that whether I like it or not, I just have to deliver on this thing. And you're like, wow, like, for real? Is this actually me? Okay, is this actually me? So I am going to be I'm going to be bringing up this particular stuff on the screen right now so that we can actually take a look at it. All right. So, and it's called the CAM, which is the Core Skills Accountability Mentoring Program. And this mentoring program is going to run between January and June 2025. Now, it's clearly stated there, what will you get? Because I mean, everybody always wants to know what is in it for them. Everybody wants to be sure that whatever it is, Abio, now go like I said, I know keep person. Whatever it is that is going to be done is going to be in their best favor. So how then do we want to go about it? So what are the things that you're going to get? You're going to get strategic goal setting course. That course that I said that you can also get for as little as half the price. Okay, you're going to get that. And not only that, right, you're also going to be having the opportunity to you're also going to be having the opportunity not just about the goal setting course, you're going to be having the opportunity to have the annual goals templates, quarterly goals templates, monthly templates. Okay, you're also going to have the opportunity to you're also going to be having the opportunity to have monthly goals templates, ebooks, audiobooks, accountability buddy. So we're going to be helping you with having someone in the room that will also ensure that you stay accountable. Okay, and then of course you are also going to be having learning activities, things that, oh, the particular picture, I don't know, is not what I'm seeing here. Just give me a minute. So this is also okay. Great. So I've gotten a hang on it. So I'm going to be sharing again so that we can all have a good look. So I love when I have challenges with tech. You know why? Because I know that I can always figure it out. Okay. Awesome. So just give me some few minutes. We'll be done. Okay. Mm, So I want to just bring out the graphics before. So if tonight's session have been very, very helpful for you in the comments, I want to hear us. I may feel the room. I want to feel the pulse in the room on how far we have been able to enjoy this session. Oh wow, awesome. Yeah, there you go. I have it now. Yes, yes, yes. I'm sure it will come up now. So, like I was saying, awesome, great. So, what are some of the activities that we're going to be having? Monthly learning sharing sessions, journaling, book reviews, national and international opportunities. I'm going to be sharing that on that group. Self care routines, especially for most of us that are women and men as well. Men need a lot of self care because they also have challenges with their mental health and all of that. What else? We're going to be having monthly hangouts, both virtually and physically. And if I'm in any state, be sure that I'm going to look out for you and make sure that we meet one on one in person. And then the monthly performance review sessions. That's the one that I'm so excited about, where you're like, say what? And I'm like, yes, you have to be a part of this. So the investment is actually 120,000, which is about $75. So we have links for people that are outside Nigeria where you can use to pay. We have payment platforms, and for those of us in Nigeria, we can make direct payment. Early bird, if you pay before 31st of December 2024, you are going to be able to pay 100,000. And two installments is available, right? So what that implies is that you can actually start making your payments now. All right, so that's where I'm going to be stopping our conversation tonight. And if we have questions, I am looking out for questions right now. Questions, questions, questions. We have the next few minutes. Please ask me questions, people. You know why? I'm not a cheap coach. Oh. I am not a cheap coach at all. 30-minute session with me is in how many digits? So if you have questions, quickly ask. We have the next few minutes. I think we still have about 7 minutes before I end this call. So if you have questions, help me ask. Maybe questions that you've set goals in the past, you had issues. I could just touch on them briefly before I sign out tonight. It's been a long day, but I was like, hey, I've promised, and then um, I definitely have to do this. So remember to like this video, remember to share, remember to click the subscribe button because hey, we'll be back here next week Sunday at exactly same time on the same YouTube channel. So if you have not subscribed, if you have not liked, if you have not shared, please make sure you share that. If I don't get to see any question, let me see if I can get any questions. If I don't get to see any questions, and then I would assume that we all had a great time. Yes, two people have liked the video. Thank you so much. If I don't get any question, another education consultancy blueprint course. Edith, I know now. I know what you're trying to say that, hey, am I ready for this? So Edith is one of my it is one of my mentees, and she knows how we roll, right? She knows how we roll in this community. Like we don't joke. We get stuff done. When we say we are going to do something, we are going to do it. And I know that Edith is signing up already. She had told me that she's going to be a part of this. So 6 whole months, 400,000 naira. I mean, that's very cheap coming from Dr. Toyin. You agree with me, especially for those of us that have not met me before. You are better get on this very fast. Remember, I said I want to start holding conferences outside the country and earning in pounds. So jump on this one, oh, because I can change my mind and decide not to do it again after July. So don't say I'm coming back. If it's Dr. Thing, I'm coming back. So please make sure you do this because if this free session is this solid, you can then imagine how the paid session will be. So people remember also that our end of the year sales is starting from the 22nd of December and it's going to run through the 31st of December. So all ebooks are going at 50% discount. Yes, just because it's Christmas time, it's New Year time, and I know a lot of people have opportunities to read. All right. If you don't have any questions, can you just say a big thank you in the chat? I think that's the least that you can give me for staying this 1 hour long, sharing insights with you. Let's say our thank yous. Let's say, let me know if you got value. I just want to see you give me feedback. So once again, while you are saying thank you in the chat, I want to say a very big thank you to Madam Edith. Thank you, Augustina. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Miss Nunu. Thank you, Mrs. Abimbola. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Augustina. Thank you so much, Ken Day, for joining this live stream. I want to say a very big thank you to our very, very first commenter. Remember, I'm owing you a gift. Just try to see how you could reach me, all right, so that you can get your book. Thank you, Dr. Kafila. Thank you, Prince Moses Adeleke Adeoye. Thank you, Joseph. Joseph, we will see on the other side, okay? Well done, everybody. I mean, we had close to almost the states represented here. We have someone joining from Ilorin, Lokoja, Abuja. All right, we had from Enugu, we had from Oyo State, of course, Last Giddy, they carry last. So, yes, thank you, everybody. I cannot say it enough. Thank you. You needed this badly. Oh, you made my day. So, next week, again, we'll be here for another topic. Please remember to share this link, right, with people that you feel that they would need this. It's free. It's going to be here. I'm not taking it down. All right. I just felt that YouTube was a more, open space where we can reach a lot more people. And by the way, this is my first time of coming on live on YouTube, as it were, not having to record on Zoom and then upload on YouTube. So I had to figure this out on my own. So I mean, this is a good pat on my back. And thank you so much. I'll see us all again next week, Sunday. Have a fantastic week, everybody, and good night. Bye.